What's going on today, guys? In this video, this is going to be the first video of the, disassembly of my car. I should be releasing a complete video with all the information regarding why I'm putting my car back to stock and everything like that, but that's a separate video. Now in this part one, we're going to be taking off the JunBL quad tip exhaust and putting on my OEM muffler, which is, currently outside there. I've Scotch-Brited it and cleaned it all up so it didn't have all the PV blaster and stuff all over. But anyways, yes, we're going to be taking off the JunBL quad tip exhaust right there, as you can see. Now I've just started. I shot everything down with PV blaster, as you can see right there. And some of the bolts are really rusty, so I'm hoping this comes off pretty clean. But now we're going to be starting with removing the clamp that holds the two pipes together from either side. But anyways, yeah, let's get on to removing the JunBL exhaust. This is a sad day, but it is what it is. I hope the new owner of the JunBL exhaust enjoys it. It is already sold, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to removing the JunBL exhaust. So taking a look underneath the car here, obviously this is the driver's side. Here's the passenger side exhaust. The passenger side houses the muffler, and there's a connecting pipe that goes underneath, across, and into the other side over here, and there's a clamp. Where is it? Somewhere in here there's a clamp that connects the two pieces. But anyways, the hanger for the driver's side is actually connected to an exhaust hanger right here, and then there's a bracket that runs up this side and mounts to, I believe, one of the bolts that actually mounts to the crash bar is where the bracket mounts. But anyways, that's where the hanger is on this side, and the exhaust runs around. There's the clamp and into the muffler, which connects again over the torsion bar onto the stock exhaust. Alrighty, so this is free. There we go. So this is what the bolt looks like that came out of the bracket for the driver's side. Again, I think this is just a crash bar bolt, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some anti-seize on it since it is really rusty. So here's what the driver's side piece of the exhaust looks like. As you can see, there's that bracket that runs up to that bolt behind the crash bar. And there's the pipe that goes ahead and connects to the pipe coming out of the muffler. Now, I had a shop readjust this exhaust after I installed it, a couple months after I installed it. And they exchanged the nice JunBL clamp that came with the kit for this crappy old, just regular metal clamp that definitely needs replaced. The shop was, I don't know why they did that. I mean, look how bunk of a job they did. They put one with a bolt head on it and one with like a square bolt like this on it. That shop was, a piece of crap for doing that, because that other clamp was so much nicer than this old rusty piece of shit that they gave me. So I had success getting this first bolt out, luckily. Let's see about this second one. Alright, so my battery cam actually died there, but I actually was super successful in getting the two bolts that hold the axle back onto the stock pipe out. The socket was just barely reaching the tip of the nut because of the hangers, the way the way the flange is designed. So I actually just barely got enough on there, and I was able to just impact it right off, and they came off with it acted like they had like 50 foot-pounds, if that, on there. So they were super loose. But anyways, I managed to get those two bolts out, so now all we have to do is actually remove the exhaust from the hangers and from the car, pull it out, and we are good to go to swap the stock one back on. I got it. Those exhaust hangers, it's just the one exhaust hanger. This exhaust hanger right there. That one is just brutal. I couldn't even get it off the car's mount, so I just went ahead and removed it from the JunBL, as you guys saw me struggling to do. But anyways, yeah, here is the JunBL exhaust in its entirety. This is the part that comes across and connects to the clamp, and then again goes out to the back of the car. This is what I was talking about earlier with the flange. Is the flange sits up kind of high, so I was just barely able to get a hold of the backside of these bolts right here. The bolts are in actually good shape, so that is good. The nuts are in good shape as well, so I'll go ahead and send those with the kit. But yeah, the exhaust is actually in pretty good shape. The old gasket and stuff, I think it was actually leaking right here, but the shop, again, put on a cheapy gasket. Actually, I think they used a gasket and some of that exhaust silicone type, whatever it's called. So here's this stock exhaust. As you guys can see, it's in good shape. These are the threads I cleaned up. Overall, not too bad considering it's been off the car, just sitting kind of rusting outside in the elements. Well, I guess not outside, but in a storage unit. But yeah, we can go ahead and throw that one back on the car. So I went ahead and cleaned up the mating surface as best I could, and I just have an OEM gasket here. I'm hoping that's going to be enough by itself to seal these two pipes. I'm thinking it will be, but I guess you never know until it's on. Also threw some anti-seize on there, just so these freshly redone threads don't get cross-threaded or anything like that with those bolts. So yeah, I guess we are ready to go ahead and throw it on the car, and hopefully, fingers crossed, no exhaust leaks. Here we are, I guess, on my third battery, because apparently none of my batteries were charged. But anyways, I just finished up getting the stock exhaust back on, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the exhaust gasket is enough by itself not to cause a leak. Hey, thank you. Yeah, have a good day. You too. Thank you. Wonder what these are for. Oh my gosh, I can't even hear the thing. That's so crazy. Oh. There's a tiny, tiny exhaust leak on the bottom. Just barely can feel it. I went ahead and tried tightening those two bolts just a little bit farther to see if I could get rid of that teeny, teeny exhaust leak. I mean, you could barely feel it. But let's go ahead and start it up and see if it's still leaking just a tad. All right, just went ahead and checked one more time, and the exhaust leak is in fact gone. So me giving those two little bolts another just eighth of a turn or whatever I could get out of them, it did the job for the exhaust leak, so I'm happy about that. So now the exhaust is now back to stock and ready to get the JunBL shipped out to its new owner. As much as these are kind of sad videos, seeing the JunBL being taken off the Elantra GT and being the car put back to stock, I'm happy to see other people get some use out of these parts and enjoy them as much as I have, considering a lot of these parts, especially the exhaust, the body kit, even these LED reflectors, are pretty rare and pretty uncommon for Elantra GTs here in the United States. So I'm just happy to see these parts find new owners on other cars and for them to enjoy them as much as I have. Let's go ahead and clean everything up in here. I also have to remember to go ahead and get that tray that covers the EVAP canister back here and put that back on, since now I no longer have that to be in the way of that cover. So that cover can go back on, which I can go ahead and run and grab that really quick after I get everything cleaned up here. Put that back on and we will be completely done with the exhaust removal for the Elantra GT. Alright, so the exhaust is all packed up. Got the exhaust tips, hanger, and bracket right there. Got, of course, the center section, and then the second pipe goes along there like that. Nice and sturdy. Definitely not going anywhere with these boxes to help stabilize it within this big box. But yeah, off to its new owner. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the JunBL exhaust uninstallation or disassembly, however you guys want to look at it. It hopefully gave you a little better understanding of how the JunBL is set up on the Elantra GT, given that my first video was not very thorough at all. It was kind of just me putting on the exhaust and saying here it is, rather than walking you through the steps of how it's put on the car. But hopefully this video gave you a little better understanding of how it is installed on the car. Now once again, there'll be a video here shortly of why I'm putting my car back to stock. It's not completely stock, but I have already gotten other things off of the car. So you guys will see those videos coming out here over the next few weeks. But regardless, I hope you guys find these videos interesting, because some of my videos in the past have not been very thorough. So hopefully these give you a little better understanding of how the parts are installed on the car, even though I am really just taking them off the car. So as usual, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. Also, consider subscribing if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel. Trust me, I see all the new subscribers showing up on the channel, so I really appreciate that. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.